What's he gonna do? Yeah, no. Nuh-uh. Double up is so bad. Actually, man, I wonder about that. I was looking at double up earlier. It's pretty bad. So Lux Karma. In theory, this should be a positive matchup. This deck might still be kind of like poorly refined. It's kind of ridiculous to kick anything else. Good starting hand? Sort of. It's an okay starting hand. It's like Brittle Steel, I think I might have needed to kick there. It's good to race down Grizzled Ranger. It's a great Grizzled Ranger counter, and we have a 1 and a 2, but I think we might need more pressure tools in this matchup. That being said, I don't know, if we just stay alive and play a big Fizz, we usually just end up good. So we've got Jailbreak with some flexible tools here. Single combat, that's a good single combat. And this is kind of where obviously like Warning Shot is nice. In a normal matchup I wouldn't mind this single combat, but because his card is going to be bricked in a lot of cases, it can become a bit awkward. I mean, he's not really put any pressure on. Okay, this is interesting. Sure, why not? You went from a good spot to yikes territory there? Why? I don't really want or need that Fizz alive. Okay, so we got Draven's biggest fan. That's nice. You always have the security of Draven. So yeah, I mean, you can just kind of like block one attack forever, or you can take the kill on it. That's eventually gonna need to happen anyway. I think I might just block with Elixir of Iron for Take Heart. It sort of seems like a really trolly play. That might be because it is.
Blessed by snow and stars.
I think I send back Elixir of Iron here, actually. Wow, that looks like a hot take. Imagine not sending back Take Heart with this hand.
This would be a good winter.
Yeah, so we'll usually get a buffed card off of this draw 4. We'll see where it ends up. So we've got the 5/6 Starlit Seer. We have a fairly nutso hand. These were some pretty sick draws, I'm not gonna lie. The one problem with entreating here is my Fizz won't be able to dodge second single combat. Second single combat I don't think is that scary. Wow, I don't think I entreat here. I don't think I entreat this turn. We'll just make it rain. Yeah, that's okay. I'm starting to believe in this deck. Like I said, it's close. I can, like, obviously, this deck isn't quite there yet. What I can promise you guys, at the very least, is that this is a concept that is very, very, very close to being toxic. Like, if they print, like, 1 or maybe 2 more cards that help this deck in an impactful way, then this becomes a very, very powerful deck. That much is true. Now, the one question is, with the tools we have currently in the game, and the upcoming meta we expect, how do we expect this deck to end up when it's more refined? Because obviously this current version still needs tweaks. I don't know, it needs to figure out its aggro matchup. That's a big problem here.
An auspicious season.
That's so weird. End round. It's interesting. There is a consideration end round there. It's like, I'm kind of greeting the pocket aces. I'm giving him pretty good value on Will of Ionia if I don't end round right there. But I get so much value if I don't just like lose the pocket aces for free. Especially because I have 2 Seers on the board.
This would be a good winter.
And I can beat second single combat here too. So our Fizz is gonna one-shot him in a way that can't be countered by any spell he has. Oh, that's kind of rude. That's pretty expensive. Whatever.
Back to our perch.
That's a nut draw given his hands. We needed that.
Blessed by snow and stars.
Got a rock with your name on it.
Ah, God, I should be tracking the counters. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know, this... There was 1 Starlit Seer before that. Yeah. We should just be good.
Raven out.
This would be a good winter.
7-6? But I thought this would be bigger than that. I thought this had like... I thought this would be like a 9 or a 10. Oh well. I didn't actually really count, I just kind of estimated it in my head. Small. Yeah, Fizz is pretty small here. 1 mana 7-6, Keck W. Yeah, 1 mana 7-6 untargetable. I just can't get a win with this card.
Whatever the cost.
I guess it's an 8-7, but... Yeah, whatever.
Here I go.
So I mean, we can smack him for 12. I guess that's pretty funny. A lot of people don't like getting smacked for 12. This guy probably belongs to that subset of people. I like... Is that really funny? Is that good? Smack him for 12? That's pretty good. That's pretty funny. Okay. Whee!
Just season.
Will of Ionia, Detain. Guys, those cards don't work. This is the whole thing.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
So we just have to survive 1 turn.
The sun is shining.
Unfortunately, it's like,
Too.
how are we gonna survive 1 more turn? We can get this. There's a 5-6 Starlit Seer. But yeah, this is kind of like it just ends up being like an anti-disruption deck, right? It's anti-control. So it'll do pretty well against stuff like Ionia and Shadow Isles, but it'll struggle against aggro. This is cheeky and hilarious. I mean, I don't really know how good this card is in this deck. I don't know how many of these cards I want to run in this deck, but at the very least, it's funny. This deck is pretty cool. It's not bad. I promise it's not bad. I think that this could be a really strong deck if they add 1 or 2 cards to the game. But it is missing something. It is a little short of being as good as it could be. It just needs a little more consistency. Stuff like tutors, by the way, would be probably the biggest things.
Fly away while you can.
I mean, I guess like letting myself get pretty low is probably bad. How many of these decks run Judgment? Who runs Judgment?
No fear. Oh, come on.
Isn't it always just exactly this? Is my Fizz ever gonna like run out of health? I don't think that's gonna happen here.
Demacian steel. Try Demacian magic.
Demacian magic. Wah. I don't know, like I could make it rain to threaten the karma on odds. I guess I'll do that. I guess this card's not doing anything else. This is like the kind of, it's sort of the worst make it rain of, he just Rangers Resolved and I'm making it rain, but I think I'm priced in to do this? I don't know, like, it looks like the worst make it rain ever. It looks like the worst make it rain of all time. I think it's fine though. Freeze the bear. I don't see how I could possibly need this Seer. I don't know, I'm more scared of the karma. Karma can give him a random card. I mean, there's no card in these colors that can stop my Fizz from just killing him. Like, everything he wants to do has to target my Fizz. The other bear. Oh, is he gonna over the top me for like 8? That would be impressive.
Knowledge springs from many sources.
Because the thing is, like, he doesn't get the Lux Beam if I let my Starlit Seer die. Like, he can't use Final Spark. There's no way for him to. Like, he can't damage me at all.
An auspicious season.
To the next level.
Okay. See you next round, buddy. What's the best button to press here? Out of all the buttons, maybe the Elixir of Iron button? It can't matter, can it? It's mana efficiency? I don't know. What's he gonna do? Yeah, no. Nuh-uh. Wait, I shouldn't have passed there. That pass was trolly. That pass actually... Oh wait, it's a burst speed spell. Okay, we're good then. Because now that we only have warning shot, you could actually lose. I wonder if Chum the Waters is better next turn though. I could see that being the case. It just kind of comes down to whether you actually get enough value out of the open attack, I think. There is, like, strange hands that could be good here, possibly. I can't really imagine any. That would be weird. Ooh, no way. Dude, I'm kind of doing a lot of damage here, buddy. I don't know, it's a pretty alright deck. So yeah, I mean, the thing to understand about this deck is, like, in terms of evaluating how good is it, you just have to understand, like, where on the triangle it falls into. So there's this fundamentals triangle of strategy games. I'm not talking about control mid-range aggro necessarily. It's more fundamental than that. It applies to all games. Here, allow me to show you. So this is just like the kind of like meta-analysis here. We mapped this out before, yeah. You guys can see the full thing. So basically, in every strategy game ever, there should always form this exact triangle here, which is the idea of denial versus vulnerable versus, I call it devalue, but it's like undisruptible, right? That's it. Like, denial strategies beat vulnerable strategies beat undisruptible strategies, because these are greedy, right? And they outvalue. And, you know, I'm sacrificing value to be undisruptible, and then undisruptible values, of course, beat denial strategies. So yeah, I mean, the deck is going to lose to aggro, and I need to make that matchup better, and I can't. Not really. It's like a couple of these one-drops help a bit, but this idea is always going to be weak to aggro, and it's always going to be strong against stuff like, you know, Karma or Shadow Isles. It's really nice against the Karma decks. There is a bit of an issue, which is stuff like Viheimer should beat this deck too. And that's a really big deal. The fact that this deck probably won't be able to beat Viheimer will single-handedly keep this deck out of the meta moving forward. Like, it can't be like tier 1 or tier 2. I think this is a really strong concept. It needs a different meta, and it's missing like 1 or 2 cards. But something like Viheimer will put out a bit too much pressure. They're not as countered by the denial strategies here. It's like, yeah, you can stop them from using like will and stuff sometimes, but they will run enough spells and they'll generate enough elusive units that you can't really win through that. So yeah, I mean, it's never going to be, well, I say never. In this update with the current card pool, it can't be like a super competitive deck, but it's pretty close. It needs, yeah, it's just missing 1 or 2 things.